Hello, 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 hello. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Nick at Night. What's up, everybody? Yo, got everything working here, I think. Mic's going, everything's going here. Bada bing. Let me see here. Looks good. Hey, thank you all for joining me tonight. This is the Nick at Night kind of style show for the Anchor Babies new show. But I am very grateful that you're all joining me today. Give me that. I am doing this kind of new to all this equipment here, so help me out in chat. Give me that one if you hear me. If you do hear me, just fine. But again, to all those joining me now, welcome to the Anchor Babies new show. I mean, I guess it can't always be called Anchor Babies new show, huh? I mean, eventually we'll see what happens, right? It can't always be that, but it seems to be sticking. I think I'm gonna leave the channel name like that because it just stuck. But we are here. Give me that one. Nice, thank you. Looks like I got everything working. What'd you guys think about that little intro there with that footage, Miami style footage? That rooms to go font starting soon. That whole vibe, the whole Miami style, like 90s, 2000s, always evokes a lot of nostalgia in me. And that's why I kind of put that together as a little thing. with some vaporwave, some kind of like vaporwavy music there. Rooms to go. Anybody remember Rooms to Go? I just been thinking about these like commercials growing up with the grain and how did they get footage to look like that? I mean, I guess it must have been the cameras. You know, they're so good. The cameras are so good now, they just look different. But that gives me so much nostalgia. For a lot of you might not know that I was actually born. I was born in Miami, Florida. Miami. Miami, as the many people in Miami call it. Miami, Florida. I was born there. Miami-Dade General. Yeah, yeah. So I was born there in the 994, and I was just thinking about that intro there, and thinking about growing up in Miami. Growing up in Miami was pretty cool. I loved it. It was awesome. The beaches, everything, everything was great. I mean, it was just a good time. I was so young, and it was just a different time. Very relaxed, kind of young time. Had no care in the world. Broski Bear, are you Cuban or Mexican? I'm actually not Mexican. I guess I'm half Colombian, half Cuban, right? A little half a. But yeah, a lot of Cubans in Miami. A lot of Cubans in Miami. I remember everybody was always dressed well to go even to the corn store, and everybody spoke Spanish. We only spoke Spanish at home. That's why my mom can't speak English. But we only spoke Spanish at home, and with everybody else too. So, Miami, Florida, good times. I actually remember. I had to clarify this story with family because I remember there was one time I was pretty young, and we were in a car somewhere in Miami. Now I know it was. I think it's called Opaloca. Let me just give a little Google here. Opaloca, Florida, which is apparently not a nice area. And I remember being in this car with family, mother, sisters, and this, true story. We went to go visit somebody. I was really young. I only know these details from asking. But as we were parked, this group of people, this group of local vagrants came and accosted us in the vehicle, started pushing the vehicle around, laughing and just generally trying to frighten my family, myself. I remember being really young, and I remembered that, and I had to ask, Opaloca. I don't know if anybody's from over there, but it doesn't sound like it's a nice place from what I could tell. Not a very nice area, Opaloca. And I remember being really young and being around uptown Miami. For those that know, it's not nice. And I didn't know this back then, okay? I'm a kid, but I remember feeling quite unsafe about groups, these gangs of people just loitering in the corner in like a bad area. Very dark-skinned people loitering in corners. I remember being young thinking I'm feeling unsafe, but not really truly understanding what it was I was looking at. The story goes, I think, is that my family had like New York license plates, so they had just recently got to Opaloca, Florida, and so I guess they saw these people. You ain't from around here. Where your grandma stay, huh? You ain't from around here. And yeah, wow, good times. I remember, and we went to Kendall. Grew up in Kendall, and then we moved to Sunny Isles. So that's like the coastal area, real nice. I mean, I don't know about how nice, like West Palm Beach nice, but it was just nice to see the beach as a kid. And I'd walk the dog, and the backyard was the beach. It was just good times. Vibes of palm trees, hurricanes. I remember having to leave and batten down the hatches, I think, when we lived in Kendall. And when we came back, hoping that it was all good. Hurricanes. And the first time I saw naked people, nude people. So I was at the beach. I can't remember family, friends. The point is that I was in the water and I went far. I was like, let's go. I'm going out far. And you know, the water, you know how the current takes you down. But I wasn't really aware of that or even paying attention. But I was in the water for ages. I remember just being in there for quite a while. And I guess the current took me down quite a ways down, because when I turned back, I looked behind me and everybody's naked. People are naked, right? And so I weighed myself back to the shore, shocked, forever changed, a forever changed little young person. And I just shamed. I remember just with shame, head down, just walked my way and finally found the fam. Finally found clothes people and found the family or friends. I can't remember, but I do remember the names people. I remember that. Miami, Florida. Yeah, so those are those Miami vibes in the intro. I hope you guys like that. I know it brings me nostalgia. It brings me, messing around with the mic here. Brings me joy and nostalgia to remember those vibes. And yeah, some of you in the chat know that we ended up in Canada eventually. We that's when I became an anchor man, Caleb. Yeah, but I was somewhere along the way. I guess the fam just didn't think, you know what, being illegals in America just ain't it, and let's go do it the right way in Canada. And the Canucks took us in the correct way. They all got papers up there. My snow Mexican family, they're all up there with papers now. And but yeah, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed the Miami vibes. Yeah, pop screen and better lighting. I still gotta figure the lighting out, but it's gonna get better and better as I get this going. I got some cool things planned for the stream. Gonna be a real clean stream when I get it all set up. But thanks. Wow, I'm like so blessed that you're all here. It's crazy. So let me just get right into what I want to say here. The topic of the day, at least tonight, Nick at Night. We're gonna get into a little topic here, a little research I did. This show is many things, and it is many things as well as a research and newsy show. Do the research for you so you don't have to. I'm gonna try my best to be real tight about this stuff. I know the JLP show has taught me well, and I am on the Bond Network. For those that maybe there's people out there that don't know that they're joining in, I'm on the Bond Network, and I want to thank Bond and JLP for the opportunity. But let me get right into this right here. This little research. Make yourself a great studio. I'm gonna try to read the chat too. I'm gonna get good at this. I'm gonna be a real streamer. I'm gonna get into the streamer world with these Twitch people, Hassan, all that. But I'm gonna bring a little light. So yeah, 2 days a week. I'm gonna get that going. But let me get right into this. So, thalidomide. Do we have any thalidomide babies in chat? Thalidomide. What do you know about that word? Anybody know anything like that? Well, thalidomide, shout out to my thalidomide babies in the chat. If you know what that is, I will tell you in a second here. Thalidomide is a drug. It's a compound. And it was a drug developed in the 1950s under the names Contergan, Thalamid, alpha-thalamidoglutamide, developed in the 1950s by a German company, Chemie Grunenthal, GmbH, which is short for Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung, which I think just means limited liability company. But anyways, this company is a German company. This German company, Chemie Grunenthal, developed this. What it is, it's a sedative or tranquilizer, but it was soon eventually used for treating a wide range of conditions, like nausea, morning sickness. And one thing that it was used in was that it was promoted for morning sickness in pregnant women. We may have some thalidomide babies in the chat. No offense to my thalidomide friends, but this safe and effective drug was at the center of a global scandal which saw deaths of many unborn children and more being born disfigured. Huge, think about this. Let me just set it up a little bit more. It's this drug being a sedative tranquilizer promoted for many different illnesses, and it was distributed in 49 different countries. In fact, it even rivaled in many places. It rivaled the sales of things like aspirin. So this was a widespread drug, at least for the time that it was distributed, because it's soon. Well, I don't want to say soon. It took 5 years to find the link between thalidomide and this scandal that we're going to get into. But as you know, once that started coming out, it was we got to get it out. So thalidomide, let me get into this right here and into our first little clip here. But first, let me fix. Is it working? Yeah. Okay, cool. Clean switch to the clip. Can you guys hear the mic? Can you guys hear the desktop audio? So check this out. This is from the New York Times. Little documentary thing here.
I have several announcements. Every doctor, every hospital, every nurse have been notified. Every woman in this country must be aware that it's most important that they check their medicine cabinet and that they do not take this drug.
In the early 1960s, no drug struck more fear into the hearts of pregnant women.
One of the most horrifying episodes in medical history.
Than thalidomide. It changed our relationship with the drugs we use.
One reason U.S. drug laws are so strict, thalidomide.
And became an example of what many saw as corporate greed at its worst.
British thalidomide children so far have not received any compensation from the rich company that made the drug which crippled them so brutally.
But this dark chapter is only part of thalidomide's enigmatic story, one that continues to reverberate today.
I had used up every other alternative when I took thalidomide.
Thalidomide. So little thing on that. Starting to get the picture here. You're starting to get the picture here, I'm sure, that this drug eventually started affecting fetal growth of children. And we're talking like serious things. If it wasn't death, it was disfigurement. They were born with serious disfigurements, lifelong disfigurements. Of course, obviously, born with a disfigurement. It's lifelong, I guess. So born with these disfigurements, if they didn't die.
In Germany without ear over the place, starting with employees of its own company.
So yes, right here.
So safe.
It was apparently really safe. Here's the thing. Here's what I want to show you. It was touted as seriously, like truly, completely safe and effective.
Shores, a sedative that was said to also treat a range of other ills.
A hypnotic, as the doctors call it, that was the answer to a prayer. Its generic name was thalidomide.
The hallmark defining quality of thalidomide was its safety. So safe that in Germany there was no prescription needed.
The German company that developed thalidomide, Chemie Grunenthal, claimed that even pregnant women could take it.
The drug company had handed out samples of this drug all over the place.
Are you starting to draw parallels?
Starting with employees of its own company. On Christmas Day in 1956, a baby girl was born in Germany without ears. And she was the daughter of an employee of the drug company Grunenthal.
No immediate connection was made to thalidomide, which soon sold nearly as well as aspirin in some European countries.
We received it.
So you're starting to get the picture here, a little parallel with what's going on in our world here in the current age. I mean, think about what's being pushed without real foresight about what's to come. Of course, I'm talking about the COVID-19 vaccination here. And it's interesting. You heard that in the clip a little moment ago, that this was an example of corporate greed at its worst, right? I must comment on how I'm struck by how the type of person that's pushing the vaccine, telling you're evil for not wearing the mask, you're not evil for doing the right, you got to do the right thing. It's these Antifa, like resistance. I'm the resistance, the liberal resistance type people. Apparently it's punk now to go along with these greedy companies. Aren't these the greedy companies? Anyways.
In quantities, like
anyways, here.
1,000 pills.
The FDA approved
Right here.
Pressure all over the world to get this wonderful new drug on the market.
They had 2 million tablets ready to go the moment the FDA approved the drug, which was almost a foregone conclusion, until one doctor came along and began working at the FDA.
It just so happened that my first application was for the drug thalidomide. I got this because I was new and they thought I should have an easy one to start on.
Give the lady, the new girl, the easy one. But
was uneasy with what she saw as the lack of rigorous scientific studies and the slipshod presentation of safety data provided by Grunenthal and William S. Merrill.
And so, thank you, Dr. Francis Kelsey, Dr. Francis Kelsey. I guess not everyone at a government organization is corrupt or something. I don't know what the lesson is there, but that FDA approval was denied and FDA got involved and everything started changing with this drug being distributed when, you know, at the behest of this Dr. Francis Kelsey of not being real okay with what she saw with the you know, all the info coming out of the drug. But this was not before they weren't in time, right? The FDA wasn't. They pretty much largely ignored the drug until probably, like, I've read some. What was it? It was Science. Here I got Science Museum right here. That around 20,000 people had already consumed this drug in unregulated clinical trials. So the damage was being done in America and worldwide. This was approved in 49 countries. So I imagine probably, going back a bit, the FDA was probably a better government organization, less corrupt. Cigarettes are FDA approved? Really? Is that true? The real Mr. Mad? But FDA was probably better. You know, I'm reminded of Robert Conquest's law. He's a British historian and poet. And his law of politics was that all right-wing organizations sooner or later become left-wing. And isn't that so true? And any organization eventually becomes controlled by a cabal of its enemies. You could translate that to any organization sooner becomes corrupt. Sooner or later just becomes corrupt. Or Robert Michels' law of oligarchy, where all complex organizations, regardless of how democratic they started, eventually develop into oligarchies. So I'm watching this, right? I'm researching this, wondering have we learned from this? Like, supposedly this scandal here supposedly changed things, and where the FDA implemented a new safe and effective law. No, that's really what it was. It wasn't called the safe and effective law, but U.S. Congress passed in 1962 this amendment of the Food and Drug Cosmetic Act, and they imposed guidelines that required that a drug be safe and effective before it could be approved and marketed. So yeah, you know, you might remember 4 months ago FDA approved, was it all the vaccines? Was it Pfizer? I don't know. But we have this FDA approval on all this stuff that we just don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. We just don't know. Shouldn't this be a lesson? A little bit of a lesson, a little bit. Now, you know, you got to know for yourself what to do. And a lot of this is stuff you already know. Like, for example, the vaccine. This is not the COVID vaccine is not a vaccine. It's like an mRNA gene therapy, right? So they changed the definition of vaccine. So you got to know for yourself. I'm not telling you not to take it, but this was just an interesting thing I came across. A lot of people were really hurt by this, and we're gonna get into that in a second here. I was reading about this, and this was interesting, that Reuters and different publications were defending the FDA, saying that they didn't approve thalidomide for pregnant women. Well, no, they didn't do anything. Oh, actually, read this. What was that? Somewhere in this Reuters article about this thalidomide, this fact check on the FDA. Look at what Reuters admits. Horrifically, it killed an estimated 80,000 children around the world before they were ever born. Huh? Are they admitting to life before it's out of the womb? Isn't Reuters like all lefty? Thanks, Reuters. You're right. They are children before they are born. They're alive. But I'm thinking about trust. Trust is like an essential ingredient in a society. We need a high trust society. I think that's a dog whistle. We need a high trust society, and we really don't have that in many facets. Government agencies, FDA, that's baby stuff. FBI, the government, the Congress, government at large, January 6th, FBI, elections. Regardless of what you think about what happened, regardless of what you believe, know, whatever, the point is there's a huge mistrust. There's a huge swath of the country that just doesn't believe in elections, and that can't last. That's no trust. There's no trust in the media. And why should we? They're always lying about everything. They're always peddling conspiracy theories, the real conspiracy theories, like racism, like police brutality. What conspiracy theorists? What psychos? And there's no trust in each other. There's no trust. We don't trust in each other. Your fellow man is angry. I hear about times when you leave the front door open. That's crazy to me. That's not how I grew up. Leave the front door unlocked. That's crazy. You got to watch for yourself. You got to watch your back. So there's no trust. Trust is an essential ingredient. Something that's really being pushed right now. A little more on this thalidomide thing before I move on. Check this video out. Check this little clip out on what's going on with the thalidomide babies. Shout out to my thalidomide babies.
To the tailor shop.
This is what thalidomide did to the ones that survived, basically, is what I'm showing you. The ones that survived and what happened to them, how they were disfigured, I guess.
Gernot Stracke has to take every new shirt to the tailor shop to shorten the sleeves.
Das rote Hemd ist das Musterhemd. Das ist schon so ein bisschen ausgeblichen.
The red shirt is for reference. It has the correct cut, he says.
Ansatz hier, also nicht von ganz oben, sondern genau von diesem Ansatz.
Stracke was born with deformed arms because during pregnancy his mother took a sedative called thalidomide. Thalidomide was sold in West Germany from 1957 to 1961 under the brand name Contergan. The deformities it caused in unborn children became the country's biggest ever pharmaceutical scandal. Stracke's mother was among the pregnant women to receive the drug.
Herzlichen Dank. Ich freue mich drauf. Schönen Tag noch, wünsche ich. Tschüss. Tschüss, ja, danke. Tschüss. Also sie sollte irgendwie eine Schlaftablette bekommen oder ein Beruhigungsmittel.
He says she was supposed to get a sleeping pill or a tranquilizer. She didn't want it, but she was told it was harmless and that she had to. She couldn't refuse, so she took it.
She couldn't refuse, so she took it. I don't know. Wow, like just think about that. Personal choice, being chosen for, medical freedom, the freedom to choose and make your own decisions because you know what's best for you. Or you should be allowed to at least, attempt it or whatever. The point is, that's another reason why the things that happened to this man here that we saw. Someone else wanted to choose for his mother. Someone else thought better. And I understand people didn't know. People didn't research these things. But it left this man disfigured. We just don't. There's a lot of things we don't know. Again, crazy notifications here. Sorry. So, a little bit more of this clip here, and then I'm done. Watch.
When he was born, no one recalled that. The connection wasn't obvious. Later, she remembered taking the drug.
This woman here, also disfigured.
Screaming.
On from this LGBT flag in the background. When was this filmed? Germany, man. What's going on? I mean, I can't blame you. It's bad over here too. I'm pretty sure it's an LGBT flag. What is being exported out of Germany? Thalidomide, Nazis, bratwurst, and beer. I guess the bratwurst and the beer make up for it, so it's all good.
Her arms. Then she was immediately tranquilized.
Anyways, move on from this right here. He's like in the supermarket.
When he goes shopping, Gernot Strake always needs help. In the form of higher monthly support.
Yeah. So he's messing around with his wallet. Look. So he arrives at this doctor.
In the process of building up a countrywide.
I imagine being like the camera people or the producer, and you're like, "Oh, get the shot of the water. Yeah, get him drinking water. Can you do that again? Do that again for me.
Work.
Yeah. Good shot. I don't understand. He's like walking in with his wallet. I'm watching the shot.
At present, there are very few physicians experienced with physical deformity.
And he's got the wallet under his arm thing. And I'm like, where'd you take it out of him? Where'd you put it? I'm thinking like a producer or a camera person right now. Like, I guess someone must have given it to him for the shot. Anyways, that's enough of this. Real sad. But, I mean, they grew up like that, so I guess they don't know a life without arms. But I'm sure they understand. I'm sure they're held back a lot. I mean, he even says in this clip earlier that one time he was alone in public and it was like really bad. So it's a real shame. Let me switch the camera here. And it's just what happened. Nobody really knew. Nobody could have known what was going to happen. But the same thing goes with what's going on with today. Nobody really knows yet. We have the world telling us everything is safe and effective. Thalidomide babies. What else happened? I noticed that, like, a thing I was just thinking about too is I noticed that blacks were largely excused from the. I don't know if that's still the vibe right now, but tell me if I'm wrong. Weren't blacks like largely kind of excused from taking the vaccine because they remember Tuskegee experiments when most of them probably didn't, but they remember the Tuskegee experiments on blacks, so it's understandable. What about thalidomide for everybody else? For those, anyways. Stuff that I'm thinking about, but I want to say one final thing here. I was watching these people with the defects, the birth defects, and I started thinking about God and I started thinking about how a lot of people, I remember hearing from atheists or just angry people, just or just people with a fair question, I guess, asking. I had the same question myself. Why would God allow people to be born with deformities, or allow it in a more open sense? Why would God allow pain and suffering if there was a God, as a proof as to there not being a God, or God is just malicious? And I was looking at these thalidomide adults now, and I was thinking about how that was caused by man, and how we blame God for a lot of things that we do to ourselves. So cancer, like, who knows, countless things that are happening to us. There must be countless things happening to us that we've done to ourselves over time. Diet, what ancestors have done before us, what's in the water. What do we put in the water? We got chemicals in the water. So, food for thought, things to think about. That's what I had to say about thalidomide and what is going on. What is going on? Speaking about trust, high trust society, high trust relationships, and thalidomide. Check this out from the COVID world. Vaccinated women are now lying about their vax status as more men see them as infertility risk. Yep. Think about that. Ladies, I was going to say stay pure, but I'm sure I do honestly believe there are some people who should take it. But what is the best vaccine? Weights, working out. That's my vaccine. Speaking of which, I think I saw Lord Bibby in chat. I will be doing a live stream of the 180 pound 1 rep max bench press. So I will do that on a stream. I know we got beefcakes in the chat some of you beefcakes in the chat are like laughing at 180, but I worked my way up to that. It took some time. It took some work. But yeah, vaccinated women now lying about vax status as more men see them as infertility risk. We need to have trust. And I guess there are some men out there who don't really trust. Zenny in chat's asking me who should take it. Well, I really do think that, okay, imagine this was just a normal vaccine, not an mRNA thing. And even though it is an mRNA thing, we criticize the vax here on conservatives on our side here, but we kind of ignore also the people it saved. It saved people, fat and old people who are at risk. So if you're fat and unhealthy, it might be okay to get it. There's just so much unknown variables, right? I'm not a doctor, and there's just so many unknown variables on what is this thing? What is it going to do in time? Are we going to have a bunch of thalidomide babies? So definitely something you got to know for yourself, but think about. Yeah. Thanks, Steven. It's my own solo studio here, my own setup here. So yeah, I'm doing my own thing here, not in the studio as usual, but it's cool. I got control over everything here, and it's pretty cool. So thanks. Yeah, so that's what I had to say about that. Crazy. Let me just see if I can turn this on here while we just chill here. That was kind of like one of the topics I wanted to get to. Let me just turn this on here. And while we just chill, let's just chill. It's Friday. What I got here, the guitar. Let me see here. See if I can turn on the call-in number. Whatever, let's take calls. Whatever, it's Friday. I do have 2 more things to get to that I really want to say, but it is loosey-goosey. And it is early. So let me just turn this up. Turn this on. There you go. I think you guys can see it. Do you guys like the whole chill guitar stream with the calls? And I think people like that. And there goes my mic. Sorry, y'all. But underground, smoke them if you got them. No, keep that to yourself. Loving this new show. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of still kind of figuring out the format, figuring out what to do when and all that. But yeah, I'm just figuring it out as we go here. But I think the line, I just opened up the line here. And if you'd like to call in and make a little comment or two, you're more than welcome to. Turn this up here. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Oh, we got a call here. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Nick.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? You're on the air.
I can hear you. There's a slight delay. I'm trying to watch you live, but yeah, I can hear you 100%.
Okay, good.
Hold on. Let me get off. There we go. I was on speaker. My fault. Hello?
What's up? You're on the air. Who am I speaking with?
It's the real Mr. Mad. Your Colombian brother from another
country. Nice.
Yeah. I was asking you, have you ever had Colombian empanadas?
Of course.
Oh my God.
Ay, pues claro.
What's your? Do you have a preference on them?
Well, they gotta be they gotta be like the small fried ones, because I've seen some restaurants try them like larger, but it's not right.
So I like the ones
like the
with
street
the
style
beef
empanadas.
and the Creole potatoes. You ever had those?
Yeah, papa criolla.
Yes, those are the best ones.
Right on. Well, who am I speaking with again? One more time.
Is the real Mr. Mad.
Right on, man. Well, thanks. And you just tuning into my show?
Oh yeah. I watched you. Well, I watched you the whole time you were on Jesse's show. I watched you last week. Watching you today.
Yeah, right on. Well, thanks for joining me here on the Friday stream. Just having a chill time here, talking about empanadas.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to say to the viewers
I like you jamming
before
out.
I move on?
No. I just wanted to say what's up.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate you giving some love to the stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
You're doing good.
Hey, right on, man. Means a lot. I was gonna talk. Did you guys see? Any of you see the Sam Hyde? Sam Hyde put out this video about iDubbbz. Anybody know anything about that? I might show a little bit of that if you guys want to talk about it. Some neo soul. Oh.
To accept.
Hello, you're on the air. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, man.
Can you guys hear the callers? You guys hear the callers fine? Hey, what's up, man? You're on the air. Who am I speaking with?
This is Joshua Everything from the chat.
Hey, Joshua, what's up, man? Keep the phone close. Speak it up.
Nothing. I've been getting a lot of hate lately.
You've been getting hate?
And I don't think I did anything wrong to receive so much hate.
And what are you getting at?
Are you aware of the taking the knee movement?
Repeat that?
Are you aware of the taking a knee movement?
Like Black Lives Matter and all that? Like taking a knee for George Floyd? You mind putting the phone close, man? Speak up loudly into your phone. No speakerphone, because then our viewers can't hear you, man.
No, I'm not a speakerphone. Can you hear me great now?
You got to keep it close, man.
All right. Well, you are aware of the taking the knee movement, right?
Man, I'm not following you, man. Is it George Floyd? What are you talking about? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah. What about it?
Well, I was taking a knee, and now everybody hates me for it, and I don't know why.
Why am I getting troll vibes from this guy? Why you support George Floyd and you were taking a knee? You were taking a knee for him?
No, sir.
So you took the knee.
No. I was standing up. Stand up. Well, actually, I was taking a knee, and as it turns out, I was taking a knee on the neck of a black guy.
Oh, nice. Sorry, was that a joke?
All right, well, great show, Nick. Just wanted to give a...
Well, no reason. I don't think anybody should be hating on you, man. I think I think people are supporting you in the chat.
I appreciate it, Nick. I'll stay tuned, listen to the show.
Right on, man. Joshua. I got mad troll vibes, but I think you're actually a fan, so thanks, man.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Hey, right on. Was I being harsh on him? I thought he was a troll. I thought he was messing with me or something. Guy, I wanna. You guys hear about Let me do this real quick here. I'm gonna have to figure out the call thing. You know, trying to work it in like I'm used to in a JLP show and stuff. I don't know if it'll work. We might have to figure it out. But one more. Hey, you're on the air. Thank you.
Nicolas, this is Felipe, Sacramento.
Hey, what's up, Felipe? Thanks for calling, man.
Hey, man, good to see you got a show going on. I've been watching. You're doing great. Yeah, man, congratulations. And I've always liked everything you have to say. You're pretty articulate. You always have good facts, and you seem like a great head on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
and I like what you're doing with the guitar. Have you ever thought of playing some Muddy Waters, maybe some Deep South blues?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that too. I got you. I gotta bust out my I have this software. It's a backing track software, and it's great for pretty much any genre. So
yeah.
So once I get that going, I'll have any backing track. We'll do some bluegrass, some Muddy Waters, all that. Right
Okay. Yeah, man.
Got this working right now.
Right on, dude. Well, yeah, man. I've called into Jesse. I've called into Hake, and now that you got a show, I'm calling into you.
Hey, well, thanks, man. Thanks for showing love.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Shoot, what else do I got? This whole week, Biden's presidency is crumbling. Let's just say his voting bill rights thing is going nowhere. His speech in Georgia, he just made a fool of himself. Kamala Harris, she made a fool of herself.
I saw that. Yeah, and it's true, man. Now, collapse, we'll see, because I don't know if that really matters. Because if you think about it, a lot of things, the Democrats and whatever evil is behind it all, really got what they wanted in many ways. Let's say they start opening things back up and all that, just relaxing on many things. In many ways, they got a lot of what they wanted in terms of being a power grab and getting people to really go along with whatever they want.
Right. That's interesting. That's an interesting way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Putting everybody on a medical database. Think about that for a second. Easily, everyone's on this medical database. Easily scan somebody. Oh, who are you? What are you up to? What are you about? Are you vaccinated?
Right. Well, for
it's
instance,
really
like
an incredible monitoring net that they've created on everyone, like a biometric monitoring network that they've done under the guise of pandemic.
Right. And to back that up, look at Australia. I mean,
explain. What do you mean?
In Australia, every citizen is on file, on notice, on lockdown. You can't even leave your house without having to text a number saying, "Hey, I'm just going to go to the grocery store for 20 minutes."
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know about those COVID detention centers, but wow, I didn't know that.
Oh man, yeah, there's videos. They have the detention centers, and it's crazy. Oh, and the whole thing with the tennis player Djokovic, he's trying to fight them because
Djokovic, soon he's gonna be the Joker. He's gonna have enough. He might turn into the Joker. But yeah, man, go on. You were saying?
But yeah, man, this is tyranny at its finest. Like they found a way to take away our freedoms and liberties, and they're using this China virus as a way to do that. It's like Orwell's 1984. I don't know if you ever read it.
Yes, but I think Orwell was right in some ways, but I think really there's a censorship and the book burnings, as you will, if you may call it, the book burning of voices and streamers and accounts online, censorship. That's the Orwellian side of everything, but I think we were lulled into this world by a more Huxley, I don't know if you ever read Aldous Huxley's, his interpretation of the future, and how he'd say that our downfall would be our pleasures. We would not be able to find the truth because it's drowned out in irrelevance, and we would be way too distracted and entertained to really care.
For instance, getting stoned and watching porn all day.
Yeah, man, this is something that's like huge. There's people maybe in the chat that maybe know of a time when there's people in the chat who probably know of a time that was not a big deal. But I was born in this messed up culture. I was molded by it, if you will.
Right.
And I don't know any of my friends, at least not until more recently. There's kind of an awakening going on, even in my age group. But I couldn't tell you a single person that wasn't way into all that stuff. If it wasn't getting stoned, it was definitely porn. Like that was just a given.
Right.
That was just a given. Obviously everybody.
Oh, dude, let me tell you.
I grew up in a time when there was nobody who did not do that.
Right. And I feel like a dinosaur. I'm 37. I know
Oh,
you're
really?
like, what, 25? Yeah.
I'm 27.
Oh, you're 20. I'm 10 years older. But yeah, man, I was living my life not in a very righteous manner. Not at all. Not Christian-like. Not at all. I was raised Catholic, but I'm the worst Catholic on the planet. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Raised Catholic.
But yeah.
Is that really true about Catholics? It's like you're like really guilty. I've always heard that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's all they shove down our throats is just you have to feel guilty about everything. And then so anyway, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was living homeless in my car in the Bay Area and high on drugs. Yeah. And then hang on a second.
Dang.
And then so then my dad showed me Jesse, and then everything changed from there, man. I went down the rabbit hole, and I moved far away and got sober.
That's deep, man. That's deep. Yeah, a lot of people, callers, people I've met myself, they've been really helped by Bond's message. So it's deep to hear you talk about that, man.
Yeah, man. The message is great. Yeah, I'm wearing my Hola Mamma Mia Si Senor shirt.
Nice, man. Right on. Well, thanks again. I forget your name.
Felipe from Sacramento.
Felipe, yeah. I don't have a screen here. I usually have a for the Jesse show.
All right.
But
well, keep up the good work, Nick, and play some Southern blues, man.
Yeah, yeah. I got you, man. I got you. Right on.
All right, Nick.
Take care, man. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yeah, man. I've been personally helped deeply. Here's for Felipe. But I've been personally helped by Bond's message, so fantastic to hear someone else who has been as well. I'm going to just close this here because I want to tell you, wow, 5:50. Where did an hour go? Check this out here. So, let me turn this up here. Greatest female fighter. You guys know about, have you ever heard about this person here? Let me just turn this down here. You guys ever heard about Lucia Riker? The greatest women's Muay Thai fighter ever and retired undefeated from pro boxing. Lucia Riker. Let me see if I can pull up a picky here. Lucia Riker. You may have heard of her. She was called by some the greatest female fighter of all time, or at least just one of the greatest. Undefeated in Muay Thai, 36-0. Let me pull up this Lucia Riker woman here. Undefeated, 36-0. Moved on to pro boxing and became a pro boxer. How do I move this up? Anyways, became a pro boxer, 54-0. A Dutch woman, and I guess that's Dutch, huh? Oh well. Something tells me transplant. I don't know. Anyways, Anchor Baby. Hey, Anchor Babies. I feel you. I know what it's like. But 54-0 boxer fighting record. 36-0. Like I said, Dutch woman, called by some the most dangerous woman in the world. I was just watching this stuff here. Some of you may know about this lady. She was called, like I said, called the most dangerous woman in the world. But she did have a single loss. She was beat by a man. She decided to take on an amateur Muay Thai fighter, Somchai Jide. I don't know how to pronounce that. But she took on a pretty, he was a trained guy. He was a trained fighter. She was a trained fighter. She was the best in her class, but he was like a trained guy, so he wasn't just a person off the street. Yeah, so she lost to this average kind of trained man. and you may have heard of her if you follow UFC. I know some people in the chat like UFC. You may have heard when this guy, Dana White, president of UFC, was lauding her as, the greatest fighter who could defeat who'd he say? Floyd Mayweather. Look, I think I even have the clip here. He was like, yeah, she definitely beat him. So no, he's not talking about, my bad. He's not talking about, Dana White's not talking about Lucia Riker here. He's talking about Ronda Rousey, that she'd defeat Floyd Mayweather. So we'll get into that in a second here. But I want you to watch this here. And this is Lucia Riker versus this man here. Just versus a man. That's literally what the clip is called too. It's a Lucia Riker versus man. Let me just pull it up here. And so she's fighting Somchai Jade. So that's and this is Muay Thai, right? So, and she gets absolutely pummeled. That's Lucia right there. Lucia, what's up? Lucia, mean looking one. Just any kickboxers, any Muay Thai fighters in the chat? So check this out. Fights 34, 33 wins. I guess she had a single draw, Lucia Riker. Holland. But 25 in this clip. And this is some chai Jaidi. So check this out. Just really, if you notice, and this will happen a lot. This will happen a lot where the ref gets involved and pretty much pulls off. They pull them apart. Any chance he gets, really kind of. Many said that the ref was really taking it easy and like pulling them apart whenever he could. That's a female. She's really overextending there, really trying to get some hits on him. And so there's this one part here. Let me see if I can get right to it. Dang. One second, right here. Woo! He's really trying here. Hooks. Like he's eating. He's just eating those hooks. Bow. Sleep. Go night. Put to sleep. Oh man. I don't like seeing women fight like that. I remember this picture of this one UFC fighter. She had won against another woman. She had won, and she's like, they're holding up her hand. She was like, "Wow, look at this champion!" And her face all bloodied and swollen. Let me see if I can find the picture. And I'm like, this is something to celebrate. UFC woman, swollen face. Oh yeah, right here. Joanna Jedrzejczyk. And I'm like, wow, yeah, champion. Let's celebrate. Do you guys remember this? Oh man, it's like, why? And she's like, yeah, I'm a winner. What'd you win? But anyways, so I'm bringing this up. I bring this up because, as you know, there's an equality fight. Equality. Everyone's equal. Men and women are equal. And this is kind of like low-hanging fruit. Like, no, we're stronger. But it's true. We're not the same. We are not the same.
In short, I'm saying...
And talking about that we are not the same, I want you to see this. This is by another guy, YouTuber, making video. He made a video called Men versus Women in Sports. And this is how he signs off.
Without darkness, there's always a balance of life. Between men, first women is true. Anytime in his crazy idea to tell the truth, if we do not continue to think words, you cannot control else.
I got it. What's it?
But for meaning we can be equal without being the same. Not
We're
only
equal, but not the same.
But we are not the same.
How many times have you heard that? Equal, but not the same. Because that's like pretty much the conservative. Not even. That's not even the conservative position, Republican position. But how many times have you heard that? Oh, we are equal, but not the same. And we when we talk about the men are superior physically argument, I think we lose it with that. With the we are equal but not the same. We're forgetting the real. We're missing the real. What we're really missing here in the physically stronger argument is that the buck doesn't really stop there. The physically stronger thing is really a representation of something deeper. Is that we are not in fact equal. We are not in fact equal. What is that even? Equal. That's like an evil, like satanic term. Like who Satan wanted to be equal. That makes no sense. There's no equality in the world, in the natural world, in our lives. It's just not equal. And so I'm brought to this image here, this still image of a TikTok that I found. What's her name? High on Molly is her name. What a cute name. High on Molly here. This is like a still image of a TikTok. I think her TikTok's private now. And she's like, when he went on Tinder right in front of me an hour after taking my virginity. Then we went to this very beach and he wouldn't stop talking about other girls' bodies. I mean, how common is this? This is probably getting worse, huh? This must be pretty common. And okay. I don't see anybody in the comments really criticizing her, which you should. You should victim blame. Although she's not a victim of anything here. She willingly had sex with this guy and had her virginity taken. But think about that. Yes, I want to talk about how it's men's responsibility and a lot of things are going wrong because of that. But quickly here, I mean, come on. She should have known better. She should have been raised better. But a lot of us don't know better. It's really sad. But this is just kind of like a par for the course of what's going on between men and women. It is our responsibility. Our world is kind of falling apart. And these women are out here kind of like lost. And I want to say something about sex. Sex is like a primal force. Think about that for a second. It's not like just this physical thing. It's not this physical act. It's actually like one of the first forces, the first moving forces of this world, of the natural world. Primal stuff, man. Nothing to be played with. It's real dangerous stuff. It's like fire, man. And maybe some of you saw this video here. Let me just pull it up. Some of you might have seen this clip right here. Oh no, that's that woman getting beat up. Boom. Watch this. This woman here is at a motocross event. I don't know where, but it's like some motocross event. Like it's called Supercross 2022 is what I saw in the caption. And so this woman is flashing the crowd, right? And that it's censored there. That's what that bow is, but she's flashing the crowd. Watch this. Oh, watch.
Frank, what is it? No, chill. Hey, chill. Back to your seat. Hey, it's Tim. Go back to your seat. Go back to your seat.
That's a mother. That's a mother who saw the first flashing woman do that, and from what I've read, she was upset that her child saw this flashing scene.
Hey, chill. Hey, it's Tim. Go back to your seat.
Back to your seat. I want to see boobs. Dang, look at that. She getting the beer treatment. There's another angle. Wow. He's like, do it. And then they did. So,
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159
Wow, what do you think about that, guys? Men in the chat, what do you guys think about all that? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, wow. I mean, think about this for a second. Where these men in the crowd, like first of all, the beer should have been tossed at the one flashing. The beer should have been tossed on her. Now, maybe this mother was, you got to have like, she was kind of like getting nuts a little. Maybe you could also, maybe you can criticize her on that. But on a deeper thing here, the beer should have been tossed on that slut, really. And but instead the men cheered their god. That's what they did there. They're like cheering their god, and when their god was challenged, they threw beer at the challenger. That's just like, we just had a caller, right? You heard the caller talking about porn and stuff. It is true what's going on. People are really into that kind of stuff, and we all have like, it's time to get over all that. I mean, look at the crowd going nuts about some random drunk bitch's tits. It's crazy. Who cares? Oh man. But maybe there's more to the video. Maybe that mother was losing it. I don't know. It's crazy. But all this to say, the order, man, the order is real. We got to be leading the way here. But anyways, that's what I got to say about that. Yeah. Bunch of simps. Yeah, Noah's Arkansas. Bunch of simps. So let's have ultimate power over all beta males. But the thing is that that's pretty much everybody, man. That's pretty much like everybody. That's everybody. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. But yeah, back to this fight thing here. Ronda Rousey, Dana White saying Ronda Rousey, this was a while ago. Dana White saying Ronda Rousey could beat Floyd Mayweather. Could you beat Ronda Rousey? Any guys in the chat think they can beat Ronda Rousey? I remember we did this Fallen State thing with just the guys. It was Joel, me, and I think it was another millennial guy. But I think it was Joel, me, and another millennial guy. I think someone must have canceled or something, and it was impromptu, and they put me in front of the camera pretty much early on when I started here at Bond. And it was a Fallen State episode. You probably can find it. Millennial guys, millennial panel. And I think I called out. I did like a call out to Ronda Rousey in that. I looked at the camera. I'm like, Ronda Rousey, I'll take you on. Let me see if I can find that. So it's out there. My challenge is out there. Someone get me a fight with Ronda Rousey. I'll do it I'll get beat up for money. But I think I might be able to win. I mean, just think of, like, it's a woman. It's a girl. And I'm not pulling any punches here. I know she's a trained fighter. I'm not going to be like, oh, I could beat. No, I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in for the kill. I'm not messing around. I don't underestimate. The thing about me is I destroy my opponent in battle. If I play a game of FIFA with my girlfriend, I'm not holding back. I don't care what it is. If we're outside playing soccer, I respect my opponent enough to destroy them in battle. And so Ronda Rousey, my challenge is still out there. Let me see if I can find that while I turn on the callers here. Let me know if you guys enjoy the calls, because I don't really have a topic for the callers, but let me turn on the call-in line while I find this clip. Let's see if I can find it. But yes, can you beat Ronda Rousey? Can you beat a wolf? What animal can you beat? That's another question I had. Okay, wait, first here. Let me see if I can find this here. Okay, call-in number is up. And let me get in here. And you're welcome to call. But yeah. Bring back the order, y'all. 'Cause these women out here think they can fight. Oh, man. 1 second. 1 second, callers. Okay. Some Neil Soul there. Read super chats. That's right. Thanks. I don't think I have any, but if you'd like to super chat, I think I just set that up. Anchorbabytips.live. Anchorbabytips.live. I put it in the chat. If you want a super chat, thanks. I just set it up. Thanks, Hake, by the way. Hake reminded me about that. Oh, I think we got a call here. Oh, 1 second. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Nick. How's it going? Congrats on the show.
Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, Chris?
So, yeah, I just wanted to bring up the whole vaccine thing again with you. That's all right.
Yeah, man. By all means, don't get me banned. I just started.
Well,
but
you know,
say what you will.
I'd called the show. Well, actually, I called Hake's show. You know, and I told him about how I was going to quit my job, and I ended up doing it because of the mandate, and which kind of, you know, it's kind of I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the ruling at the Supreme Court, and you know, sure enough, the news yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that also came with the requirement of me signing a release of all my medical records and my privacy, essentially. So even if they would have granted me some type of exemption, I would still have to sign that release. And so, you know, I'm now that I'm not in the game necessarily anymore. When it comes to my job, you know, I'm not under that gun anymore. But I'm just kind of watching what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
But what the point I'm making is, you know, I haven't heard anyone from Bond or from any of the, you know, your guys' little network. Correlating this with you know, the Bible, the Book of Revelation, and the Mark of the Beast, and I just wanted to see what you thought. Like, if you see a correlation there.
Well, I think you could always draw a correlation. I think people have been calling things the Mark of the Beast, and calling things the end times, calling things that kind of stuff for a long time now before us. So it's hard to really know. That being said, though, man, it sure looks like it's the most close to it these days, huh? Some days it just feels like it's tomorrow.
Definitely.
I mean, a chip in the arm, that's like what? That's like technology that's already around and trying to be implemented to determine your vaccine status. I mean, even if it wasn't a chip in the arm, the fact that we're all on this like database, if they start rolling out these QR codes to check your status, to just get into restaurants and stuff, I mean, that's pretty beast-marky to me. I mean, think about that. That's a biometric database of all of us. It's who knows what they can use that for. But like I said, it's hard to know because I think, like I just said, a lot of things have been called the Mark of the Beast. It's probably before us. Who knows what got called the Mark of the Beast before our time.
Yeah.
I personally don't live like that. I personally don't live like that because call me an idealist, but I have like I operate in like hope and faith because, you know, it can still be turned around. You don't know. People don't know that.
Right.
Things can be turned around. I mean, God is real. God is real, and people are waking up. And here's the thing about that too. People think, oh, but hope for what? Like, look at how bad things are. If you don't operate in hope and faith, then you won't be ready for what's to come. Let's say, and this is far down the road, but beyond America, right? Because there was no there was a time when there was no America, right? But there were still Christians and there was still God. So whatever has to be started if America were to fall, from the ashes of that, a new nation has to be born. You won't be ready for that if you don't have. So I just operate in hope and faith no matter what. It's just my thinking on that.
Well, if I can comment on that real quick, because I know you want to get to other calls, but
no, I mean,
so
hey, it's a chill Friday stream. It doesn't look like we're in any rush.
Well, let me try to make like an analogy here. You know, France after World War I, they thought, hey, Germany would never attack us. They had like their defenses. I forget what it was called, but they had like these bunkers and trenches set up. And so the only way to really get into France was through this forest. I think it was the Ardennes forest or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the French were just kind of like, they're not going to attack. We're good. Things are cool.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, they got caught with their pants down.
Yeah.
And
the Battle of the Bulge, no?
Well, that was later down the road.
That was later, but that was also Ardennes, huh?
But that was when basically they did the blitz on France, and it was where they pushed the English and Dunkirk. Like that's what led to like the Battle of Dunkirk, and they pushed the English out and they basically took over France. And so the analogy that I'm drawing here is that I agree with you. My philosophy on a lot of things is hope for the best, but expect the worst or prepare for the worst, because anything can happen, right?
Anything.
And so,
but
I try not to blind myself.
Stay in the world of what you see and what you know.
But then, how are you prepared for when things? I mean, if you look at life, right, it's all cycles of ups and downs, and if you're just only looking at the ups, how are you going to stand firm?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to only look at the up. I'm saying, what you're saying is like, I'm not saying don't prepare for anything.
Right.
But when you start getting into, what happened in World War II? Oh, this is the mark of the beast. That might be the wrong motivation. Just like, hey, there's evil in the world, and I'm seeing things happening in my world right now, and here's the things that I can do.
For sure. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I do analyze it quite a bit. It's probably a little bit to the point where people are like, dude, you obsess over it. But I also think that you got to be watchful and observant of like the details. The attention to detail to me is key, because the road we're heading down it's only accelerating. It's just getting crazier and crazier. And I do hope that, I do trust that God, no matter what happens, is going to see me through it. But I also don't just want to kind of like go through
Can you do both?
Like, la, la, la.
Trust God, but also be unsure and like try and plan. And I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
if there's anything that I've paid attention to that has helped me the most, it's myself. When I see things going on with other people, when I hear stories, callers on the JLP show, when I hear the things that people are going through, I think about my life. I'm like, wow, what if that was me? Like I think about me and what I do, and that's been more of a guiding force for me than anything. And again, I'm not making a comment on specific things that you should prepare for. I'm not making a comment on that at all. Kind of making a more general comment here. I like preppers. I want to be a prepper. I want to have like some land and stockpile stuff. I dream of doing that.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of a lonely road too, because most people just dismiss you as a conspiracy theorist or tinfoil hat or whatever.
But those
they don't want to hear it.
Well, I love my conspiracy
not that
people.
It matters anything to me, but it's just kind of crazy how it's disturbing how blinded like the majority of the world is, like the people you interact with and the state of fear that they live in. And it's just like, it blows my mind. And, but I also, at the end of the day, I see it. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I definitely believe with all, like down to my, deep down in my soul that this is prophecy unfolding. And it's because I get what you're saying, that many people have falsely predicted the end of times and stuff like that, but I could talk for hours, and I'm not going to.
But it's not even about falsely or correctly predicting. Let's say you were completely correct about predicting that. Getting lost in the sauce about the prediction, about all that, I think is still the mistake here. You won't be able to see what's going on inside of you and be able to handle what's coming. Because if you can't deal with like the little things inside, then if the world ends, how are you going to deal with that? And you got all the knowledge. You're like, I told you guys, I prophesized it, but you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So I'm just reacting to what you're saying about false and correct predictions. I don't even think it's about that.
I think I see your point, and actually I appreciate that, because I kind of had a little bit of a realization just when you said that the real battle's within, and maybe I focus too much on the external battle and trying to look, I'm like pointing out everything that's going on to people and trying to wake them up, when really
I'm growing into it myself, man, but it just seems the more, and I still I think that I can do better myself sometimes, and I'm growing into it, but it just seems like in my life that when I have just focused on myself, when something else in life external came around, I was able to handle it better, and I had the tools with me already. If that general statement helps at all.
No, I hear you definitely, and I think the takeaway now that after talking about it with you is God's plan is inevitable. We're not going to derail it. It's already written in a sense, and so the battle that we got to fight is within ourselves, and we have to be in the right place spiritually to get through what's coming. Because we're not going to, we can only be the force of good in the impact, the impact that we want to make in the world, but the trajectory will still remain the same as far as these historical things that are going to take place, if that makes sense. These major events in the timeline that are destined to happen. So anyway, I appreciate your thoughts on that.
Call, man.
All right, have a good one, Nick. Thanks, and good luck with the show, and I'll stay tuned in.
Hey, right on. Means a lot.
All right, talk to you. Bye.
Interesting stuff here. I'm enjoying the calls. Chill stream here. Let me see here. Did you guys see this? I did miss this in my little Order of God segment. We got to have responsibility as men and all that. This woman's viral argument with her husband over laundry that started a conversation about ableism. What the hell? Bonnie is a 31-year-old disability advocate and student from the Midwest who's been disabled to some extent, right? So this woman went on TikTok to basically criticize her husband for, the video's unavailable. Is it gone? She must have taken it down. When these things get popular, these people go private. Oh, man. Basically, she's filming her husband here, calling him an absolute, just an idiot for doing laundry wrong. And really, you had to see it. You had to see the clip here. And she's saying, I'm disabled, but she looks like she can do laundry here. Totally looks like she could do laundry. Anyway, you had to see the clip. It's totally gone now. Oh, well. Lines are open. Let me turn that back on. My bad. Caller, I know you're calling right now. 1 second. As we wind down the show here. Oh, man. But how's the audio and all that? For that last call, guitar sounded too loud? Some people call it rude. I'm rude as I play over people. Maybe because it was too loud, but if it's all soft. Call again. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Nick, man, love the new show. It's awesome.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Can you hear me all right?
You could come a little closer to the phone. It'd be better.
How about this?
Way better. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just wondering, have you been watching, like, Hake on all these Twitch streams and stuff?
Yes. Killing it.
It is awesome. I love it.
Totally.
And I love this new format that you're doing with the show, and I feel like it's really cool, like a streamer taking calls and stuff like that. It feels more, like, personable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a chat, but you can actually call in if you want to. So it's really cool, and I don't know, I'm excited for the future. Like, I love seeing Hake get into more of this debate stuff. It's awesome.
Totally. Hake is an absolute heavyweight if you haven't seen him debate. I've been thinking about, what do you guys think about this? Like a devil's advocate segment. Devil's like advocate segment where I like get, unless it's like for real, but some of you guys know some arguments pretty well. If you could play devil's advocate and put me through the fire and get me to Hake's, or at least somewhere under Hake's level on debating, so I can get out there, you know what I mean? Put me through the fire. So I was thinking of like a devil's advocate segment where even if you may not entirely believe it, just argue the other side as well as you can and go
that really...
head to head with me. Put me through a quick like like a quick training, like quick, you know, training path to to debating.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because like we need more people like you guys in there, like talking to these people. It's been interesting, like watching Destiny too. Like I kind of had the appreciation for Destiny after him coming on JLP and all that stuff, and always being cool in debates.
Totally. Yeah.
And cool. Now it's funny seeing like
Destiny's
people
someone
turn
I'd love to have
him.
like Destiny. I'd love to have like I'd love to just, hey, what's just have a beer or something, just chill.
Yeah, he seems cool, and it's like I don't know. It's funny seeing these people kind of turn on him and him. Like my brother the other day sent me a text. Yeah, like they were like, my brother texted me the other day. He's like, "Base Destiny, like that's his take." You know, it's like, okay, that was a cool take.
Base Destiny.
Yeah. My brother sent me that. He's like, "Base Destiny," and it was like some little clip.
Oh, true.
But
how old is he?
It's my brother.
Yeah.
He's older than me. He's like 36.
Oh, true. I was wondering. I wonder if the Zoomers say. I was wondering too, because I wonder if the Zoomers say based.
I
think based might be canceled.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm starting to see more and more people say it. It's like, okay, this is getting kind of lame.
But we're based in red pilled. We're obviously based in red pilled here. No judgments here.
Of course, but I guess the point is like it's really cool that you guys are like starting to get into like the Twitch streaming stuff, and it's really awesome to have voices like you guys.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you being around here. I'm blessed that I'm shocked this many people are even watching. But as I grow and I figure this all out, I got all this stuff working out. I'm gonna have a really clean stream the way I got it planned out, and I'm gonna get on Twitch. I'm gonna get that multi-streaming going. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do our thing here.
That's awesome, man. I wish you the best,
totally.
And you guys rock. I don't want to take up more of your time, but
no worries, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for showing love to the stream. Take care.
Yeah, man. Good luck with everything.
So I think I found the video I was talking about where I call out Ronda Rousey. Look at me with a buzz cut. I was all buzzed. Now this is from 2019. So soon after I started.
Her face. Yeah, I guess.
You should ask him if he shaves anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, I don't think this is it. Let me see. So I'm for those that don't know, I'm looking for that clip where I was on the Fallen State. I think it was with Joel, and I call out Ronda. Oh, I think I found it. Yeah. This is it. Look at Hank with the beard. A second here, somewhere here. I grew my hair out again.
This is what I said. Oh, sometimes people will...
Come on, Ronda Rousey. I'm calling you out.
But I'm on TV. No, that's a...
Where?
I want to say it was important.
Look at Joel.
To me
Dang, throwback.
Trying to do what's right. But I don't think that it's a good thing. I don't think anything should be important to you. But it is important to me.
To try to do what's right?
Right. But I don't think that's good.
Why shouldn't that be important to you?
Because if anything is too important, you obsess over it.
So trying to do what's right is too
Joel,
important.
he Christian.
Yeah, I find myself
I
sometimes.
can find it. Somewhere here. This is 55 minutes long. I think I'll point at the camera, so. Nah, I won't find it like this. I won't take up any more time here. I got people calling me. I show love to the caller here as we wind down the show because I don't know what to say. Sorry, caller. Call me. I know you just called. Give me a second here. Call me in a second here. As I turn this back on. Okay, go ahead. Call me back. Whoever was just trying to reach me. Need to have clips queued and ready to go. I know, Zenny. I thought I could. Well, this is one I just thought of just now, Zenny. So I didn't have this planned. I thought of this today while we were streaming. With all y'all. That is one sparkly sweater. Yeah, that's the Have an Amazing Christmas sweater I was wearing in the middle of. Oh, it was January, so. Yeah, good stuff. You could probably check it out. It's called Beta Woman Bolts Before Interview. JLP Crew saves the day. You could probably find me calling out Ronda Rousey. Because I might be able to take her on. No holding back either. I'm going for every move. Yeah, Joel had a tattoo. You didn't know that? Yep. He had a tattoo. Do you guys still? Yeah, for sure. Joel's doing just fine. He's doing his thing. Yeah, he's just fine. Well, whoever was trying to reach me, I'll take your call last. Little lullaby action here as we close out the show. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Steven?
Hey, what's up, Nick?
How you doing, man?
Doing good. And hopefully I'm coming in clear.
That's fine. I can turn you down here, I think. Go ahead.
All right, right on. Yeah, man. I just wanted to say I'm loving it, man. I didn't watch the first show as much, but I'm watching this one. I think you're doing an amazing job.
Hey,
and like
thanks.
that last call said, there's more props, man. It's pretty awesome, and I love how you have the guitar part of it too. So that makes it a lot of fun. I dig it, dude. So that's all. I don't really have much to say, man. I'm just saying, it's really cool to see. What I like, it's like the extension of like Jesse, just like how Hake is and stuff, but your own take on your own personal take, because we're all individuals. I think it's rad that, we could just, take it and have fun, right?
Well, thanks, man. Thank you for being here for the second show ever as I figure things out here. And, man, thanks for showing love to the street, man.
Absolutely. I mean, I've watched you guys for at least 6 years or so, or something like that. And I've, I'm loving it, man. And I think, keep it up, man. I can't wait to see the growth of it all. One day you should, as I was thinking as a joke, you could have like a request hour depending on your guitar.
Yes. I want to get that too. Yeah, for sure. I want to get to the level of, I got quite a repository of tunes, but I'm stuck on jazz, but I have like, if I pull it up, I know a bunch of songs. Have you guys seen the Do? He does these streams, so you can request any song. I'm trying to get on his level, and he knows all of them.
Right on. Hey, that one time when you filled in for Jesse and you played, I remember you made that joke. It's like, I'm the guy that made you listen to my mixtape. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, it's funny. That was, I remember he was like, I forgot how the song goes, but it was like about the blue sky or like the sky. I forgot.
Yeah, it was a cover of it was like my own interpretation of a song.
Oh, right on. But I was like, holy, I don't want to curse, but holy, you know what?
Yeah.
I was stoked on it, man. I was like, man, this sounds rad as hell. I thought it was cool, man.
Right on, man. Well, yeah. Thanks again, Steven, and thanks for showing love to the stream.
Absolutely, man, because I don't want to keep it going. I'm kind of
no worries, man.
Just going to let it go. And, hey, man, keep it going. I can't wait to see the growth of it all and see how you progress, man. It's going to be great.
Right on, man.
You have a good one, brother.
Take care, Steven. Oh, I cut him off there. Good stuff, man. Appreciate all the calls, man. I know we're having a just chill stream right now. I said what I wanted to say in the show-wise. But, someone asked me, what was the first riff I learned? First riff I learned. First riff I learned. Anybody recognize it? Anybody recognize it? Is this too loud? Anybody recognize it? Yeah, the first riff I learned was this. Well, how's it go? Is that too loud? Sorry, y'all. I gotta figure out this. I turned on the overdrive here and it just. But terrible. Sorry. Sorry. Was that way too loud? Turn on the freaking. Jeez, I might have blown some people's ears out. But listen, y'all. Listen. I can't go on forever just doing nothing. So listen to this little lullaby as we close out the show here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I have a good time doing this, and I know it's gonna grow. I've been having a good time. And I hope all of you as well. I really want y'all to have a very, very nice weekend here. We are doing church on Sunday. People asking me to do supers, but I don't think I have any. Let me check. Doesn't look like I do. Let me see. I have super chats? Wow. I'm sorry, I was looking in the wrong spot here. From Simon. Thank you, Simon. Nice show, Nick. Keep the good work going, brother. Shout out to the JLP Discord. Yes, JLP Discord. In our YouTube channels on YouTube videos on the JLP channel is the link to our Discord. Lots of great conversations to be had. From Hake. Thanks, Hake. Appreciate you watching, man. And we got him saying an unvaxxed Canada father lost rights to his 12-year-old kid because the mother, living with someone else, tattled to a judge about his social media post. Not in child's best interest. Wow. Wow. From Hake, another one, Genesis 3:4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Be like God, equal to God. Yeah, we were talking about equality. That's what the serpent said to Eve. Be equal. And from Noah's Ark, Kansas, man, thank you, Noah. Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Norm McDonald. And from Caleb, no message, but thanks, Caleb. Wow, I didn't think I was getting super chat. This is crazy. And I think that's all of them. I'm blessed, and I'm gonna make sure to bring you more interesting shows, more interesting topics, and a clean stream. I got stuff planned for all of you, but for now, it's been my absolute pleasure, and it's been a lot of fun for me, and I hope it has been for you as well. Have a very nice weekend, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. Wishing you well, and see you in church this Sunday. Bye.